So the reason why NWEA is not ideal for use in special education is because when it is used, what they're doing is they're using it to maybe set a goal. So let's say I'm a student, Richard, and I have an IEP. So you're saying, okay, Richard has a 725, math score, or a 925 numbers and operation breakout score. So maybe that becomes your goal, right? You want to say, okay, we want to bring Richard from a certain score to another score. So you can do that, and that's fine. But the problem in special education is you're legally required to come up with a plan. Why are they struggling, and what do I need to do, and how do I progress monitor? So once you have a score like 725 or even 80%, you cannot progress monitor against that. Because if I have a math score of 725, and now suddenly I'm working and you're teaching me, and I start mastering skills, when I master adding fractions on my denominator, and I have yes, I passed that, that score is not compatible with a 725. It doesn't make sense, right? So that is wrong. So when you do use NWEA or assessment like that, you have a barrier. That score can be used maybe for high-level targeting, but it is disconnected from your progress monitoring, right? And that is a problem. The other thing is, technically, people think, oh, we've got a diagnostic assessment. We're going to use this for general ed, and special ed has to use it. Well, no. That's a fallacy. Not all diagnostic assessments are the same, and I would argue that NWEA math isn't technically not a diagnostic assessment. It's technically a broad-based accountability measure. Diagnostic assessments answer, why is the student struggling? And at special education, that means, what is the student's present level? If I say, math is broken up into these 5 major strands: numbers operation, measurement geometry, data probability, and algebra, and I give you a score in each of those, that's not a present level. That's just another sub-score. That's still a summative score. It's just breaking it down a little bit more. If I am weak in numbers and operations, I need to know why. Is it addition of whole number, subtraction of whole number, multiplication, division, fractions, decimal, operations, number theory, exponent? What is it? I have to go break it down to the skill and concept level, which is the scope and sequence, right? So that is why people need to understand assessment data to understand, you cannot mix things in this. These terms are very generic. If you are using NWEA, and a lot of schools are for special education, their educators are on their own. They're like, okay, here's your assessment. Now you need to figure out where Richard's present level is. That means they need to start doing all these quizzing and testing and figuring out exactly, or it means that they don't have the time and they're not really figuring it out, which is a disservice to the students. Right? So you need to really choose the right measure and the right tool. Hopefully that answers the question, because this has come in quite a bit. Thank you.